Hello again, grade 1. Today we are taking lesson 11.2, Combine Three-Dimensional Shapes. In lesson 11.1, we introduced the three-dimensional shapes. We said that there are shapes that have sides, corners, and faces. And we said sometimes they have curved surface and sometimes they have flat surfaces. Before we start, would you like a cone of ice cream? Yum! To make this cone of ice cream, I'm gonna need two things. A cone and a bowl of ice cream. So, to make this shape, we're going to combine. And the word combine means to put together. We're going to combine two different shapes. The first shape is a cone. And the second shape is a sphere, which is a ball. We call it a sphere. So a cone plus a sphere gives me an ice cream cone. Yummy! Some three-dimensional shapes, you can stack them on top of each other. Stack means that you can put them on top of each other and they will not move. Like when you have so many boxes, you can put the boxes on top of each other. But some other shapes, you cannot stack them. Let's see what I mean. When I have two cylinders, I can put them on top of each other. This we call it stack. And not all the shapes can stack. But the cylinder, because it has two flat surfaces, I can stack so many cylinders on top of each other. And also the cube. When I have two cubes and I stack two cubes together, now they look taller. So they look like a rectangular prism. Cubes and rectangular prisms can stack on top of each other. How about if I get a sphere? Can I stack spheres on top of each other? No, it's gonna roll down. I cannot stack spheres. And also cones. I cannot stack cones. I only can put the cone on top of another shape. And I cannot put any other shape on top of the cone because it has a pointy end. Now open with me page 639 and trace to draw the new shapes here. We have Story, Mandy, and Carl. Mandy has two cylinders. She tried to put the two cylinders on top of each other. When she puts the two cylinders, she gets a new shape. But it's the same because she got a new cylinder which is a little bit taller. So Mandy got herself a taller cylinder. This is her new shape. How about Carl? Carl put two cubes on top of each other. Now he gets a new shape. But it's not a cube anymore because the cube is gonna have all the faces the same size. But here we don't have all of them the same size. Not all of them are squares anymore. Now we have here a rectangle. So this shape is a rectangular prism. Open the next page. Model and draw. You can put shapes together to make a new shape. Like putting a cube with a rectangular prism. You can put them in so many different ways. Look at the three ways they used or they made by using cube and rectangular prism. What other shapes you could make? Well, I can make like this shape, but I can put the rectangular prism first, and then I'm gonna put the cube on top. So I can make different shapes. Now in this question, use the three-dimensional shapes. Here you have two different shapes. We want to combine them. Combine means put together. And which new shape can you make? Circle it. Well, I have here a cylinder and a cube. So of course I'm gonna get a shape, a new shape, which has the two, the cylinder and the cube, but not a rectangular prism because I don't have it to start with. So the first shape we're gonna get is this shape, a cylinder with a cube. When I use a rectangular prism with a cylinder, I'm gonna get a rectangular prism plus a cylinder. I'm not gonna get a cone. So this shape I'm not gonna get, but this shape of course I will. How about when I use a cone and a rectangular prism. Yes, I know, but can you put the cone down and then you put the rectangular prism on the top? Of course you cannot, because the cones cannot stack. You can put them on the top. So this is the shape you will get. And we don't have a cylinder to choose this shape. No cylinder here, only I have a cone and a rectangular prism. Okay, now. The next page. You have two cubes. When you combine two cubes, are you going to get a cube with a rectangular prism? Or two cubes again stacking next to each other? Yes, two cubes. Now we have a cone and a cylinder. This is the cylinder and the cone, but this is not a cylinder. This is a rectangular prism. I'm not going to choose you. I'm going to choose the cylinder with the cone. Question number 6. Two rectangular prisms. We don't have a cylinder, so this is the shape. A cube and a cone. This is a cube and a cone. Now I have three shapes here: rectangular prism, cylinder, and cone. In this shape, we have a cube, cylinder, and a cone. We don't have a rectangular prism, so not this shape. Let's see this one. Rectangular prism, a cylinder, and a cone. This is our shape. For the last page now, how did we make the ice cream cone? Circle the shapes you would use to model the ice cream cone. Only model it, because you cannot put them like this standing up. The cone cannot stand up, you have to hold it in your hand. We're gonna model it, make like a model. Okay? So can we use a cylinder to make this ice cream cone? No. Can we use a sphere? Yes, this is the ice cream ball on the top. So I'm gonna use a sphere. Can I use a rectangular prism? No. Because the biscuit cone looks like this. In question number 10, circle the ways that make the same shape. Well, I can use any shape I want, but eventually I'm gonna have to get the same shape. Like when I put 4 cubes together, I'm gonna make a bigger cube. When I put 2 rectangular prisms together, I'm gonna get a big cube. But this is an L shape. It's different shape. Here I used a rectangular prism and 2 cubes again to get a bigger cube. So this shape and this shape and this shape are the same. We use different parts to make them. But here I used the same parts, but I didn't make the same shape. They want me to circle only the same shape. And the last question. Combine a rectangular prism and a cone. Choose all the shapes that you can make. When I combine a rectangular prism and a cone, I can make... No, I don't have cylinder. I don't have a cube, so no. This one I can make it, but it's not gonna stack. It's gonna roll away. This one only I can make.